Instagram has forgotten about DJs, producers, musicians, and artists once again. In their latest platform update, they've also potentially killed off hashtags. So in this video, I'm going to look at what they've blimmin' done this time. It's another week, another video, and this time it's another Instagram update. Man, they're smashing them out at the moment. This time they've rolled out topics, and it's potentially killed off hashtags. Well, they actually rolled it out a few weeks ago, then they removed it, then we had that massive outage where everyone's kind of pages got deleted and people lost logins, then it came back again. But now, topics is back. So maybe they just turned Instagram off and on again. The add topics option now appears on Instagram Reels and Instagram posts, and it allows you to categorize even further what your post is about. This will make it easier for them to show their content in similar categories, and if you're following similar categories or you like content in similar categories, it will show you more of that content. This will be based on what you've watched previously, or what you've liked previously, or what you've commented on previously. What category that post was in, it can show you more of that content. So also, thinking about your ideal audience, if you didn't watch that video, check it out. I'll link to it above and below. Thinking about your ideal audience is now even more and more key, because your ideal audience might fit into certain categories. I recently spoke about hashtags in one of my videos, how they work, how they're categorizing posts, and how you should be using hashtags going forward into 2023. Again, I'll link to that below so you can watch it next. It's a really great video and it really explains hashtags in further depth. But with the rollout of topics, is that going to remove the need for hashtags at all? Let's discuss that in a bit for sure. First, let's look at the topics in general. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my phone up and we can have a look through them together. Okay, so where are we looking? So this is on our post. We created our post. You can see tag people, tag products, and now this new button, add topics. It's just here. So we tip on add topics and you go into add topics, and look, we've got ones for fashion and beauty, animals, transport, food and drink, visual arts, travel, sports, science and tech, relationships, performing arts, games, TV and film, home and garden, business and education. And some of these have got extra drop downs, look, so they go in depth. But no musician, no artist, no DJ, no producer. Where would you categorize your DJ video, for instance? Where would you, like, maybe there's performance, maybe, look there. Maybe you're doing a production breakdown. Where's that going to fit? It's not going to fit in dance. It's not going to fit in lip sync. It's not going to fit in maybe career development or teaching methods, but that's really loose. And that's really going to be quite loose when it comes to categorization, which isn't going to help your video or your piece of content. So then do you need to start thinking about your content in general and making content that's actually going to fit into one of these categories so that you can grow on the platform? Right now, I'd say no. I think they're going to probably keep developing this. But even things like rappers, they're not there, or there is a performing arts section, but in there, there's not much in there. It's not as wide as some of the other ones. So maybe they might add them in there. You'd think maybe they'll add some niche categories in there. Like some of these ones, look, they've got quite a lot in that space. So maybe they might start filling them in there if enough people complain about it. Singers is in there. So maybe artists, rappers, bands, DJs, producers, all could go in performing arts. You'd think that's where they'd fit. So for a while, my DJ and producer friends, it's going to be a bit like the Wild Wild West. For doing some research, the aim is to put your content into a category. Or some people are suggesting make content for that category. But as DJs and producers, it's not going to fit. So you're going to have to maybe think about what's in your content to make it fit into a category. But that doesn't seem very great for your content and doesn't seem going to help your content at all. It might be a case of making content that just fits into those categories, but that's going to be super difficult and it's super time confusing. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments about this, which ones you might choose and what your thoughts are on it. Let me know below. So how many should you use? You should use 3. It only allows you to pick 3, so pick 3 and use 3. I've just been kind of using the ones that are really, really loosely fit to some of the stuff that I'm doing at the moment. I'm trying to just keep it loose and just that I'm using the platform. And hopefully Instagram will see that content doesn't fit into those spaces and monitor those topics and then expand those topics more. I'm also probably going to complain on Twitter because let's face it, everything that happens probably happens from someone complaining on Twitter. Should you still be using hashtags? Well, yes, right now you definitely should. You want to categorize your posts and you want to pick the hashtags that fit your post most. You should definitely not spend too much time on hashtags and just pick ones that really, really categorize your post. It doesn't matter if they're big or small. It just matters about the categorization. So if there's tech house music in it, choose tech house music. If it's a tech house DJ, use tech house DJ. If it's a festival, use festival, and so forth. It doesn't matter now. It's about big and broad and just categorizing that post. Because when you use the search, it'll find that hashtag as part of the SEO, and it'll then bring up your post or your page. what topics would you use in your posts? I'd love to know. Or if you've used topics already, let me know which ones you've used. Or if you put them on a post, comment the post below so I can have a look and see what you're using. I'd love you to watch this next video on hashtags and how to use them properly with your Instagram. I put it out recently, and if you've missed it, go and watch it next because it's going to really help you grow on Instagram. Next week, I'm going to be talking about how to use Instagram to get you more DJ gigs. So if you want more gigs in 2023, you are going to need to watch that video. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. I have been Graham Farmer, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye-bye.